Hey guys, it's me, AnitaNewations, and today I am going to be redoing the painting that I did for my cheap art supply challenge. And I wanted to do this because I really liked the way the original was, and I would have liked to put up on my RedBubble shop, but I didn't like how desaturated and pale the colors are, so I thought I'd do it with my reused watercolor paper paints, sorry, and make it a bit brighter and nicer to put up on my store. And so the paper I'm using is the Studio Pro watercolor paper, and later in the video I will be using some neon acrylic paint from Dollarama, and I'll be using a sponge to apply that to make the colors a bit more vibrant and then just add a bit more brightness to it. So I'm sorry for how much the painting is out of frame. My camera setup was a little too far up for it, and so I kept pulling the painting closer to myself, and I didn't notice how much it was out of frame while I was recording. So for the background, I was trying to go for a more galaxy type look, but it wound up a bit kind of like a neon galaxy, I guess, because I used a whole bunch of brighter colors, because her hair was going to be like a blue and purple, so I really wanted her to stand out from the background. And so I did a water wash on the background, and I tried using that technique for making the background, and I was going to do the same thing for the hair later, but I totally forgot. In the original piece, her skin is kind of a pink color, and so I wanted to keep her basically the exact same, just make her colors look nicer and more brighter. So I used this pink watercolor paint that I mixed up with a red and white from my reused watercolor. And so then I was hoping it wasn't too red, which luckily it wasn't. And the last time I used it, I guess it was the type of paper it was on, and when I layered up the pink, it looked more red. And I was relieved to see that that didn't happen here. And the little stumps where her head and hands are cut off, I used like a different type of color, I think, for the original, but I wanted something kind of similar to what it might really be, but I didn't want to use a crazy color, so I just went with some orange. And I didn't want to leave the little bone looking part white, so I later kind of used like a yellowy brown color, but just keep it faint just so it's like kind of blends in a bit, because I didn't want it to be too noticeable. And for the shading on the skin, I just kept it super simple and just layered up my colors. I had a bit of problem at this part with the back hair under her ear, because I, for some reason, was trying to mix a purple with my red and the blue when I already had a purple mixed up. But I was also trying to make it a bit darker to show it was behind. And here, I'm just trying to make it kind of like a galaxy type effect with the purple and the blue. But I'm also trying to keep it so that when I go to ink it later, I will know where the strands are still, which that kind of gets lost at the back of the bottom in the end. But I find the end result is still really good looking, or turns out really well. Sorry, I've kind of got the hiccups. So in the future, I'm thinking of doing a Sketch With Me series. I might start recording that in the near future, and I would like to hear some feedback and see if that's something you guys would like, because I feel like that would be fun. It would be a longer video because it would be a bit more real time, and I'll be speaking with you as I record, but sometimes I might speed it up if I don't have much to say, you know. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in seeing in the future. And here, this is where I'm doing some dabbing with the paint. I tried watering down the yellow at first, but it was too watered down, you couldn't notice it, so I found it was better to just not water down the paints and just use them as the at their actual thickness. So that's what I did here, and then I just wanted it to be subtle, but in the end it's just so bright and vibrant, and it's actually so bright and vibrant that when I went to scan it in, it actually couldn't pick up how bright it was. So I wound up having to take an actual picture of the painting through my phone in order for it to register how bright it is. And so I did use a bit of neon pink to give her a bit of blush on her cheeks and the tip of her nose, and I used that to show the ear detail, the inner ear detail, and I put a bit on her lips later. I didn't do much in regards to the neck, and then I also gave her some neon pink, yellow, and green freckles, because in the original she has like orange freckles. Sorry. And I was wanting it to, well, blend a bit more and look more melodic, I guess. I don't know. But I was trying to make it all fit together nicely. And so here I am just doing a bit of splatter technique with a toothbrush where I watered down some white. And I was trying to give it a bit of a starry background, but not really stars, because I didn't bother painting in any little T stars, you know? So I just wanted it to look not too much like a galaxy later because of how bright it was. And here I am going to be inking the outline of her hair and her face with my brush pen Micron. Then later I'm going to be outlining her facial details with a 08 Micron, both in the color black, because I don't like when I try using the brush pen to outline the facial details like the nose and the mouth, because I feel like it makes it look too thick, and I want those lines to be more thinner. I just use the inking to make the nose details or the nose and the mouth stand out better, you know. I have added her eyelashes, and I feel like that made her look a lot better. And we are reaching the end of the video, and I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Please leave some comments and suggestions down below of what you'd like to see in the future. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!